Would you climb 100 feet into the air with tens of thousands of giant wild bees swarming around your face? Today, we're deep in the misty mountains of northwest Vietnam, standing beneath a legendary ancient tree loaded with wild beehives. Over 5 days, we're helping this village harvest over a ton of golden forest honey. Let's head up. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another journey. Today, we find ourselves in a place that feels almost suspended in time. The misty, emerald green mountains of northwest Vietnam. Our journey starts early in the morning. The mountain trails are notoriously difficult, especially after the heavy monsoon rains. The clay-rich earth turns into a thick, slippery mud that makes even basic walking a challenge. Our local friends, who have lived in these mountains for generations, before anyone even thinks about climbing, there is an essential tradition we must observe. The local people believe that every ancient tree, river, and mountain peak is home to a spirit. To climb without asking permission is considered disrespectful and dangerous. At the base of the trunk, he lights incense and makes a simple, quiet offering. He prays for safety, for the stability of his footing, and asks the forest for permission to share in its sweet bounty. It's a beautiful reminder of the humility these people practice daily. They do not view themselves as masters of the forest, but as guests who must ask respectfully before taking anything. Once the ritual is complete, the climb begins. There are no modern harnesses, mechanical ascenders, or metal spikes here. Instead, the team relies on a system of wooden and bamboo rungs that have been pegged directly into the trunk over the years. It requires immense physical strength and an absolute lack of fear. Step by step, he begins his ascent into the green abyss. Our main climber today steps forward. He is already wearing his protective suit. It's a heavy, thick canvas outfit, quite different from the lightweight bee suits you might see back home in the States. It's designed not just to keep the stings out, but to withstand the rough bark and sharp branches of the giant tree. As our climber ascends higher, the sound of the jungle begins to change. The gentle rustle of leaves is gradually replaced by a low, vibrating hum. It starts as a distant buzz, but as he reaches the first major branches, the sound grows into a deafening, rhythmic drone. These are Apis dorsata, the giant Asian honeybees. They are among the largest social bees in the world, and unlike the gentle European honeybees we are used to in North America, these wild bees are highly defensive and fiercely protect their nests. Their hives are massive, open comb structures that hang under the thickest branches of the tree. Some of these combs can be over 4 feet wide, holding gallons of pure, wild honey. From the camera's perspective high up in the branches, you can see the dizzying height. The ground team below looks like tiny dots against the green forest floor. The climber moves with an extraordinary, almost meditative calm. In a situation like this, panic is your worst enemy. If you move too fast or swat at the bees, you can trigger a massive attack. He needs to harvest. Using a long wooden stick and a specialized knife, he carefully prepares to cut. One of the most important aspects of this harvest is sustainability. The hunters do not destroy the entire hive. They carefully identify the honey dome, the topmost part of the comb where the honey is stored, and slice only that portion away. They leave the brood comb, where the young bees are developing, completely intact. This ensures that the colony survives, recovers quickly, and will continue to thrive and make honey for years to come. Working at this height requires incredible coordination between the climber and the ground crew. Once a portion of the honeycomb is cut, it cannot simply be dropped. It would shatter and ruin the honey. The climber suspends a large, tightly woven bamboo basket by a long, sturdy rope. He carefully places the heavy, dripping golden comb into the basket. The honey is incredibly thick, glistening under the filtered sunlight that breaks through the leaves. He then slowly lowers the basket down through the tangled branches to the team waiting below. On the ground, the team receives the basket, transfers the honeycomb into clean storage containers, and sends the basket back up. It's a slow, rhythmic process that requires patience and trust. One wrong move, one slippery step, or a sudden gust of wind could be disastrous. Looking around the canopy from the climber's point of view, you realize just how many hives are on this single tree. Dozens of dark, crescent-shaped combs hang from almost every major branch. It is a bustling metropolis of bees, a testament to the health and biodiversity of this ancient forest. As we watch the baskets of honey descend, our local guide explains something very special about this harvest. In many parts of the world, a resource like this might be claimed by whoever found it first, or sold for personal profit. But here in these highland villages, things are different. This ancient banyan tree does not belong to any single individual, nor does it belong to the climbers who risk their lives to scale its heights. It is considered a communal heritage, a gift from the ancestors to the entire village. The harvest is a collective effort, and the honey belongs to the whole community. Every household will receive a share of the harvest, and some of it will be sold to buy communal supplies, repair trails, or help families in need. In a world that often feels highly individualistic, witnessing this level of community cooperation is deeply moving. It reminds us of a simpler, perhaps wiser way of living, where people take care of one another and share the blessings of the earth together. As the harvest continues into its 5th day, the sheer scale of what has been accomplished becomes clear. After 5 days of hard, meticulous work, the villagers have harvested over 1 ton of wild forest honey from this single, magnificent tree. It is an astonishing yield, but the tree still holds many untouched hives, left behind intentionally to preserve the bee population. We take a moment to look out from the high branches over the vast landscape. The green valleys stretch out as far as the eye can see, dotted with small wooden houses and smoking chimneys. The relationship between these people and their environment is beautiful. They protect the forest because the forest protects them. By harvesting sustainably and showing respect to the trees and the spirits, they ensure that their children and grandchildren will be able to climb these same rungs and harvest the same sweet honey. With the harvest successfully completed, it's time to head back to the village for a celebration. No successful communal effort in the highlands is complete without a feast, and the villagers have pulled out all the stops. The village women and cooks are busy preparing a traditional meal. They are brewing a fresh batch of local corn wine. For the main dishes, they have prepared fresh pork from a local black pig, a highland specialty. We have slow-roasted pork belly with perfectly crispy skin, tender boiled pork offal, and a traditional savory blood pudding known as tiet can. While the food is cooking, I decide to explore the orchard behind the house. The garden is filled with mun tam hoa, vibrant, purple-red mountain plums that are incredibly sweet and tart. A local friend climbs up to pick a few fresh ones for us. They are crisp, juicy, and absolutely delicious. As I try to walk back down the grassy slope, the morning dew has made the hillside incredibly slick. In a hilarious turn of events, my feet slide right out from under me, and I take a wild, slow-motion slide down the muddy grass. I end up a bit dirty, but luckily, the plums in my hand survived, and we all have a great laugh about it. It's a fun reminder that the mountains always keep you humble. Finally, we all gather around the low wooden tables inside the traditional stilted house. The village elder raises his cup, and we all toast to a successful harvest, to health, and to the enduring spirit of community. Sitting here, sharing a meal and stories with these generous people, I feel incredibly grateful to have been welcomed into their world.
Chúc bác sức khỏe nhá. Bác cho trưởng thôn là sức khỏe nhá.
Ông nữa, cũng chưa làm lâu năm đâu mà từ 2007 nhá.
Vâng, 15 năm rồi. Ba nhiệm kỳ rồi đấy. Thơm. Vừa giòn nhá, vừa mềm, nhưng mà rất là thơm.
Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible adventure. If you enjoyed this journey into the wild mountains of Vietnam, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more stories from around the world. Until next time, take care, and see you on the next trail.